Hello, good afternoon to you all. FC Bakiwande with you this afternoon, and this is Youth Talk About. Well, this afternoon, my guests have Mike Victor and Odusomi Mercy. You're welcome to Food TV.
Thank you.
And today we have this important topic. We're talking about that the youths out there are really outside everywhere, rally up and down every now and then, saying, oh, well, expectations of the youths is yet to be known. We want to know why, how, as in what are the expectations of the youth concerning 2023 general election. So let's talk about it.
It's actually nice that the youth are all coming out for this rally. I think it's the answers that are waking the minds of the youth. Because all youth now, they want to participate in this election and they want to give their goal because the insecurities, the unemployment, the poverty rate is actually getting to the youth. And it's a nice thing that the youth are coming out for this.
Let's see.
Thank you. The expectations by the youth was really, as in, I didn't expect this from the Nigerian youth because they have already been saying this. I'm coming, we are coming, we are coming. But when it gets to the election period, everybody just sit back at home and like, concern, concern. But this year, I was like, when I was on the internet and I was like checking it out, I was like, wow, the youths are really trying up. Checking out. This is because there's another party coming out, not like our, because for me, I believe Nigeria has only two parties, which are PDP and APC. But
So
coming out
the Labour Party,
now, the Labour Party, and is a tight
like
candidate,
tight corner.
a tight candidate for Atiku and Bola Tinubu.
Yes.
But Peter Obi coming out, giving the youth what they need. It was impressive. I was even happy when I watched the video of the Abuja rally. I was like, wow, they are really doing it.
Okay, so what exactly? Yes, the youth are really out nowadays. I like the rally they held in Kwara, Abuja, Lagos, and a lot of Nasarawa, and so fine. The rally is really amazing to see our youth, despite the old stress that if the youth were really ready. But nowadays it shows that our youth are ready to face the 2023 election. Okay, but my question is, what are the expectations of the youth? Fine, they are ready. Fine, they have come up with something, they are ready to get up of their seat or slumber and do something for Nigeria. But what are the expectations of the youth concerning 2023 election? Because they went out on rally to protest, to support Peter Obi. Okay, what is their request? What are their requests from Peter Obi if he eventually become our president for 2023?
Okay, for me, I believe they are fighting for the unemployment and educational aspect, especially because the ASU strike, as we know, started not today. It has been long, but every administration that comes in says we'll do it, and it just keeps on coming up, and now it has really affected to the extent that when you go to the internet, you see they are saying we are celebrating 6 months of ASU strike.
Now it's 7 months.
Now it's 7 months. So it was like this one now they need a change. Nobody wants to stay at home. Everybody, I'm a student too. I'm just happy that my school didn't go on the strike. But seeing my friends at home and like with strike, it pains me because I know what I'm achieving. They are not achieving it. So me coming back home and seeing my guys at home and saying, we are at home since 6 months, celebrating 6 months anniversary on strike. It's not something to be heard about.
I would actually think the insecurities is one of the expectations the youth are also expecting, because the insecurities in Nigeria, it's causing alarm. It's alarming actually. You can't actually travel to a place like Abuja through the road because you're scared of kidnappers. You're scared. If you're traveling, just owe 50 million because obviously you need to pay.
Yes.
Stuff like that. And the police brutality. Like, they see a young boy, they'll think, this boy, no, is in court, you need to do something. The police brutality, stuff like that is actually alarming. So I think we need the insecurity to be checked. Then the unemployment. The unemployment rate is now, it has risen to 33%. So I think they need to create more jobs for us. I can't go to school then come out and still be unemployed. It's nothing to be heard of. So I think the unemployment rate should drop, then they should create more jobs for us. So we have a lot of expectation. The roads especially. The roads are also bad.
Yeah.
Very bad. You can't go to somewhere, you can't even put yourself in a time like I need to leave somewhere by 1 and get there by 2. It's not possible because the road is very bad. So we have a lot of expectation on the government, and we are hoping that Peter Obi will be our man to do that for us.
Okay, let's guess. Fine. We mentioned unemployment, roads, and insecurity of school. Let's assume if it Peter Obi, because as everybody say Obi Dati 2023, if eventually he got to the presidential seat and all of this is still the same, what would you do as youth?
I think as the Sorosoke youth.
Sorosoke.
Yeah, but we are still going to, if he does, because we are used to the government not fulfilling their promises. So if it doesn't fulfill this promise, we are hoping the next person is going to.
I disagree.
Okay,
Like now, a lot of commotion online on that is saying among the presidential aspirants that Igbos do not become a president. Okay. And we all can see that, Yoruba Afenifere came up supporting the Igbos that, if Igbos doesn't mean they are not Nigerians, allow them and let's see what happens. Because Peter Obi it has never, this is a first time occurrence in Nigeria. So if eventually, with the old stress that the youth came up with the old stress of rally every state and every now and then, and Peter Obi sat there finally to become our president, because I disagrey that they say there's nothing like next year. We're talking reality. What would you do as youths, as Sorosoke youths?
For me, I can't say, just like you said, if he doesn't. But me, I believe this man will, because checking his records when he was a governor in Anambra State, he did a lot. He paid almost 5,000 teachers for their salary rather. So him coming to become a president, that means now he's not governing only a state, he's governing the full nation now. So him coming, I'm sure he will do what he says he will do. He's not God rather, but he will do what he says he will do. So I don't have any doubt about him not fulfilling his promises. And the aspect of Igbo becoming president, yes, you can, because where I come from, I'm not an Igbo boy, but people take me for an Igbo based on I'm not a Yoruba boy. So where I come from, I believe Igbo prefer helping to keeping themselves. Even if they don't have, they like, let's do for these people so that they can know that we are here. You understand? So Obi coming, it's a go for us. It's a go.
Okay, let me read a statement here. It says, on the chances of Obi Dati in the 2023 general elections. So during the rally, this is a leader of the rally organizer here in Kwara. He said the general election, the coordinator said, I am not a member of Labour Party and I can't speak for them, but I can speak for the movement. This movement has covered the whole 16 local government areas in Kwara State alone. 16 local government. This is, I can't imagine. For only Peter Obi. Okay, and same in other states. As we know, Abuja, Lagos, a lot of states have, even Nasarawa, north-hand side, unbelievable. So masses and youth in particular are our real structure, and you can see it, the level of turnout today. Okay, this person, the coordinator here, is not part of Labour Party, but because of the youth moves, the way they came out massively to speak out what their intention is, to tell the people, to tell the world, to tell Nigeria and Nigeria as a whole that they are in support of Peter Obi. Okay, how would it be if Peter Obi did not eventually become our 2023 current president? What would you do?
I think there will be a foul play there, because Peter Obi has actually, how will I put this word, has gathered all the youths. I was even shocked when I saw in the news that the Hijabis ladies in Kanu, they came out just to go for the rally. Some church women in Aqua, they were all out. Everybody wants this man in. So definitely, this man is our right candidate. So it will be shocking if this man has the support, the support of 90 people and still don't win. That means there's a foul play. So definitely, this man is our man.
And why do you think that Tinubu or Atiku do not belong to our next president? Why?
To me, I'm just gonna be to me. I would say they are a little bit old for us.
Is it just because of the age?
No, it's not because of the age. We need somebody new. We need to experience somebody. Peter Obi has done a lot of things when he was former governor. So we've seen the things he has done. So we need things like that. Now, the Atiku, others, they've done theirs also, and we are grateful. But we need something new. We need to experience this man.
As people are saying that APC disappointed them.
Exactly.
And PDP are having a lot of commotions among themselves, which made them not qualify.
They're not.
So we are now trying to tell me, convince me and not to confuse me that Labour Party are the one in the throne. So how sure are you? Can you enlarge or expatiate concerning Labour Party itself? Do you think as PDP are having issues among themselves, APC are, people are disappointed, they don't want APC to rule this time? Okay. Do you have any proof that Labour Party will not disappoint us like APC?
We don't have proof how people behave. We don't. So we're just putting our hope in this man, and we hope he doesn't fail us, because all the youths now putting their hope on this particular person, saying we need to put this person in charge. This is our spokesman. So we just hope he doesn't fail us. That's all we can do, just hope.
Okay. And then what do you think concerning this victory?
Concerning the Peter Obi coming in, you earlier said if it doesn't win, right? Normally, it's not a shocking thing to us in Nigeria, because we believe every election that comes, every general election that comes, it must be rigged rather. So if 90% as it is, because if I have my calculation right, 90% of the states are for Obi. So if eventually it doesn't win, then there's a foul play there, and it won't shock anybody, because normally everybody say, yeah, they rig election, they buy election, they buy. So it won't be a shock, but it would cause a commotion in the nation, whereby people will now be like, I'm going for my person, I'm going for my person. APC has two candidates, two Muslim candidates, that is Tinubu and his vice. Now there's this rumor that comes that will Nigeria allow two Muslims to rule? That is the question that is going on now. And it's not even about the APC, whatever they did, the administration. It's about the two Muslim people. Now, mostly this election is now based on PDP and Labour Party, not even APC. APC is out of the game now. For now, APC.
Do you think Tinubu will agree to that terms?
He needs to agree, because everybody are saying we don't need two Muslim to rule us. Assuming his vice was a Christian, we would have said, okay, now we have a Muslim. Every party has a Christian and a Muslim. You can't just bring two Muslim and accept and let the Christians accept that, okay, let Muslim come and rule. It's not done. We are not an Arabic nation. We are multi-religious. So you can't say let two Muslim come and rule.
Okay, Ayo Adebanjo says that okay, let me go to the news according to what you said now. You see, there is this saying about the Muslim ticket.
Yes.
So what would you contribute concerning this Muslim ticket if eventually, because you said APC is out of it, Mr. Tinubu, that me I know that FC Bakiwan don't know that Mr. Tinubu Jagaban Emilio is not ready to give it up right now, no matter what you people are doing, no matter what you youths are out. He believes that you are just making noise.
Exactly.
Okay.
The Jagaban for
exactly.
Now,
so my question is concerning this Muslim ticket that is introducing, what would you say if eventually Mr. Tinubu Jagaban Emilio come to become our next president in Nigeria?
I believe that means they want to be a crisis in the nation. See, I'm giving you my own um how will I put it, my own interest now. It won't be able to happen because the country is now, with the way the youths are coming out, it now we are is that's past that stage whereby the aspirants are using their godfatherism to work their election now. There's no godfatherism in this anymore. Imagine Wike that is not even an aspirant. Now all the three parties are just like, Wike please, begging him. As if now they are using him as a godfather in this election now. And Wike is saying, I'm with PDP, I'm not leaving PDP. So now Tinubu and the Labour Party candidate, that is Peter Obi, are now looking at it as if, since Wike is now being identified as a godfather in this election now, there's a possibility PDP might win. I'm a fan of PDP. I'm a fan of PDP, but I won't say because I like PDP. Then when I see the truth, I should just take it off and say because I'm a PDP fan, so I should just follow PDP. No, I prefer Labour Party to PDP. But for me, APC is out of the game. That's what I'm still telling you. APC is out of the game.
I think I'm just going to tell him he's wrong. You cannot remove the Jagaban of Lagos.
Jagaban of Lagos.
From this.
One and
There
only.
is no way you can remove the Jagaban. This man is called the Jagaban for a reason. But at the same time, if they do this Muslim stuff, I think we are going to have big issues with the Biafrans, because this is their man. I'm sure they are absolutely behind Peter Obi. This is their man. They want this man in. So we're going to be having big issue with this man. Biafra is a part, like a big part of Nigeria, and them they are actually behind this man, following this man's activity. So this Muslim thing, it can't work. But at the same time, we can't push Jagaban out of this. We can't push Tinubu out of this. APC is also a big part.
Well, did you listen to the news that some Igbo elders are in support of Tinubu to become our next president because he's so technical, he's qualified and he has the experience. Some Igbos are in support of Tinubu, and they said Peter Obi do not have much experience, it has to be politics. So do you find, because some Igbos that we are saying that Igbo Peter Obi should be, they are saying they are not against their brothers. Those leaders, Igbo leaders that we're talking about, they are saying they are not against their brothers. But the fact is that Tinubu has more strategies, to make the country, to put it the country in order. They were like, Tinubu is the same person that put us in this mess.
Yes.
And he will be the same person to remove us from this mess. And do you think that this saying is a true one?
Nah, I don't think it's true. Because at the end of the day, the elders are not going to be here when certain decisions are being made by this person. So I think the youth have the final say in this thing, because at the end of the day, we are the future of this country. We are the future of this nation. So whatever goes on, God forbid, the elders may not be there tomorrow. It's the youth that are still going to be there. We're not still going to continue with this insecurity, with this unemployment, with this education crisis and everything. We are going to be here. So I feel the elders are not right in this one. They are not right to back up this person. They should allow the youth to do their thing.
Wow, okay, let's take it to ASU strike. You see, with the situation of ASU strike, alright, do you think ASU lecturers are doing the right thing towards the strike?
For me, I said no. They are not doing the right thing, because you can't say because you are being old. Because the federal government, according to what I was hearing on the internet, they said, let's give you 23% of your money. Go back to school. Before the end, we might give you another percent, or if possible, pay the money. But they said no. Because I believe some of all these lecturers in schools, their children are not in the country. They are outside. So they believe that since my child is outside, it doesn't concern me. I might stay here 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, even a year. If they don't pay me, I won't go. My child is out there. When he graduates, he gets a job there. He comes back, he feeds me. I'm okay. But they don't have the thought of those that can't afford where their child are. Let me just say the poor ones, But those that don't have, because even the economy of the country is hard. Talk less of you sending your child outside the country to go and school. It's not easy. So even the schooling in Nigeria is not easy. Talk less of the one outside. So what they are doing for me is a no. They
I
are not.
think it's a 50-50 for me, because at the end of the day, these lecturers are still parents. They have children here that they actually need to send to school, and they are paying bills. So it's, to me, it's 50-50. I'm behind the student, but I'm also behind the lecturers, because the lecturers, they have children. Some of them, it's not everybody that can afford to send their children outside. Most parents, they love this Nigeria school in Nigeria. Need you to have that experience. Some of them have children, they are paying bills. We all know how expensive things are now, so they need the money to do certain stuff. And at the same time, the students are also lacking behind, because they don't receive lectures. There are so many things that they're supposed to be doing. People that are supposed to be in 300 level now, I'm sure they are still in 100 level or 200 level because of this ASU strike. So in a way, I think the federal government should settle them, because for the ASU strike to keep on saying no, they want the complete money. Probably they've tried to negotiate with the government is still turning them around, so they need the complete money to go into action.
Okay, well, what would be your comment? Like, Buhari's son daughter graduated at the University of United Kingdom. Do you know about it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, posted and showing on social media. That was the time our youth went to the airport, to our international airport, to block the road and say that we need this strike to end. So, what would you say concerning the show in this season that we have, in this period that the youth are really angry, aggressively in action, against the strike? And do you consider Buhari's wife? As in, do you consider our moves as nonchalance, or do you consider it as stupidity, or do you consider it as provocation? What do you think, Osan?
I think it's actually nonchalance, because if you care about the welfare of other students and other children in this country, why can't your child go to schools in this country? What's making you take them outside? You understand what I'm trying to say? If you think the school here is okay, then why are your children not attending the schools here?
And what I'm saying is, he just already graduated now, and showing on social media. Okay, you as a youth, or a member or a student of ASU, seeing this whole film, how would you feel? What would you say concerning this?
It's provocative, yes, it is. But I'm still looking at it from other point of view. It can still be nonchalant. She'd be like, well, I don't give a damn, because it's none of my business what your parents do with you. Every child is our parents. But in a way, it's a provocative to the youth, because you locked our schools. You don't want to pay our lecturers, yet your children are outside country living fine. They don't have any problems. Now they are graduating. You are posting it to make us angry or what? So I think it's provocative.
I agree with her. It's provocative, because how will you, just like what I said, they take their child out now, because she is the first lady of the country. So she believes that anything that she does and posts on social media is for everybody to see. So if your child can graduate from the university in UK because you have the money, you have everything, you have the source. Now those that don't have the source of income to get their child out there, why can't you create that same source? Or at least you are the first lady, you know how to work things out. That is why they have women affairs, whatever, in the country, because there's a way you take the case. Even if your husband, Mr. President, is not working with it, you might try. There was a saying when the Minister of Education was saying those people that left ASU and they are quack and irrelevant schools. I was like, a Minister of Education saying this, then my mind triggers that are we sure we are giving the real post to the real people? Because if a man with educational intellectuality can be saying such, that why are schools leaving ASU strike to start, then I think there is a need, they should be screened. There need to be a screen whereby everybody would see people that are being given a post in the ministry. So for me, it's not done that way.
Okay, let's take it to another side. Look at Kanu. Kanu's health nowadays is bearable, unbearable. And do you know about this? You as a youth, Kanu has been jailed for a while now, and there is a statement that said like a warning that the way it's going. So, what do you think with the whole mess, with the whole situation of Kanu? Do you agree to the jailing of Kanu? Because it was said in the court that yesterday, it was a comment was made that it has a bail has been given before, but in the area of Kanu, it was not. The bill was rejected. It was not accepted. So you as a youth, with the situation of Kanu being a governor of Abia State and stuff like that, so what would you say?
Kanu's case is something Nigerian has been facing for a long time now, because he has been given bail more than 2 or 3 times, if I'm correct. Because releasing this man, most people, will I say this administration are afraid of him. When he comes out, he leaks out secrets that are not known to the masses. Or I don't understand why they are still keeping him, because every time they give him a bail, when he wants to do his part of it, they say it's cancelled. Just like what you said, it was given, then it was later cancelled. So why don't they just give this man, let him just come out? This man is one, assuming this man was out, I'm sure maybe some of these corruptions and other things would have reduced, because he was the one that was leaking some of their secrets. According to them, they said he's the one leaking their secrets. So assuming if this man was out now, maybe some of the secrets would have been, more of the secret would have been known to the Nigerians. So for me, keeping him in jail is just like there's a cockroach in the cupboard. Yes.
There's a cockroach in the cupboard.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's right, because Kanu was the king of the jungle. So he was always ready to bring out things. You were always expecting Kanu is always there. Like, he was our man, like our trustworthy man. So I think holding him in jail with like torturing him, as if there is something they are trying to hide.
Cockroach in the cupboard.
Exactly.
Okay, well, we are still bringing it back to our main. I just want to point out this. Somebody said, warning the government that stop using money to divide Christians. Tinubu has been used to dividing, like sharing money to our Christians in order to get the attention of the Christians to vote for him and stuff. So, do you think that our religious or our dear Christians are being corrupted with money?
No,
to support Tinubu?
I don't think so. You know, like I said this before, everyone is responsible for his or her actions. What you do, your choice you make, you're responsible for it. So I don't think you're using the money to corrupt Christians. But in a way, they shouldn't have received the money from him. They should have given him the money back just to avoid talks. But that doesn't mean he's trying to corrupt their mind. At the end of the day, it's the results that counts.
Okay, well, looking at the expectation of the youth, there were expectation that was said here that the expectation of Nigerian youth in 2023 elections, they said need to attain qualitative education for the enhancement of sustainable socio-economic development, global competitiveness, and individual ability to survive in the contemporary environment. Let's take into economic aspect of Nigeria. Okay, what will you say? Look at our food happening out there, cost of rise, price and stuff, economic inflation in economy. So
has risen.
Let's talk about it.
The prices in food and things it has risen to this point that people are like, they're tired. I think a bag of rice now is 40,000 or so. But during Jonathan's regime, it was 15,000 or so. So you can see the price range. Different things, it's now expensive in the market. You can't use 1,000 naira to cook again. No way. It's not possible. You can't use 1,000 naira to cook. You have to owe at least 3,000. Even the dollar is, as it keeps rising, keep rising. So things like this is also affecting the economy at the same time. People, it's also increasing the rate of poverty, because if people don't have the necessity to buy things they want, how would they survive? So it's affecting big time.
Now the economy affecting the educational aspects. Like for me, when I was in school, if I have 10,000, I can boast of saying I want to go and buy my food stuff. But now, even the 10,000 can't buy what I even need. Talk less of to buy for a whole semester, and the semester is at least 3 months or so. So having 10,000 to buy for 3 months is just like you saying they should give you a cup of gari to eat for like a week. No. So the increase in the economy is really affecting we the youths, our parents, and in fact the whole Nigerians as a whole.
Okay. Transportation is the prices for
Fuel.
very high. You can't like okay, people traveling from the other states to Lagos now. Before I think it was 6,000, now it's 9,200 or so. Different prices. It's affecting not just transportation, even schools. Before school fees was 54,000, now we're paying over 136,000. Stuffs like that affecting everyone. The fuel prices, the foods, everything. You know, if you don't eat, how would you have strength to go to work? Like even if you eat, okay, if the prices of the transportation is too much, how would you have the motivation to go to work?
Okay, no, let's take it to Nigeria currency. They said that according to the rally, the points and everything, saying that the high rate at which our fund exchange and foreign currency needs to be checkmated. So, what would you say concerning Nigeria currency? Let's take it to Kobo. Okay, maybe let's leave Kobo aside. It's like ancient word.
No, we can use cover, like for instance the Americans.
Kobo. I'm not sure Kobo can be used again in
No,
Nigeria.
yes, I know that. But
Okay.
let's look at other countries. They are using their coins, like the United States of America, Ghana,
Korean.
all those ones. They use at least their coins are still valuable. Why can't we just like bring back our coins to? I remember in those days when we have 1 naira as a coin, we could use it to buy so many things, and we still have change to keep in the pocket. But now, even the 1,000 we say is our big money can't buy anything anymore.
Exactly.
The 1,000 that is our big notes can't buy anything.
Does it mean 100? We cannot see anything with 100 naira. Cannot buy anything.
Somebody
with
holding 100. I remember when I was little, when they give me, if they give me 20 naira, I can use it to go and buy gari. I say, at least I can use that one to eat. But now, even 20 naira, the pure that you buy is still not filled up. Like
Exactly.
it will be as if you are holding something that is leaking. So talk less of 100 naira. 100 naira is not even valuable anymore. If I withdraw 1,000 now from the ATM, before I get to where I'm going, it will be as if I would be asking myself, what did I use this money for? I just withdrew it and entered the bus and I was going. So how come the money is finished? So the value of our currency in Nigeria is really bad. Even Ghana, our neighbors, their currency. I remember there was a time I checked the currency between Nigeria's currency and Ghana currency. When you have 10,000 naira, you can go to Ghana and you feel like a big boy. But now, when you take 10,000 to Ghana, it's like you never even near anywhere. You know near. So it's really bad for us. It's really bad for the country.
So do you think Nigeria should bring back our coin?
No, I don't think we should bring back our coin.
But so what about the currency?
Yeah, the currency is actually very low, I would say, yes. But the coin aspect, no way.
Okay, 5 naira, 10 naira, does it exist?
It doesn't have value. Like our money don't have that value it's once had. There was a time I think dollar was 195. But now I think it's 400 or so. Our money don't have value any longer. So it's derailed and it's hurting, should I put it that way? Because before you can actually take 10,000 naira, use it in a very, very good, big, rich man way. But now 10,000 naira, there is no value at all. Immediately you spend 1,000 naira, the money has finished.
So what is your message to the government concerning our currency?
I think the government should try at least help us in the because there's no way the economy could be good
Yes.
why the currency will be bad. No. So if the economy is good, the currency will be good. If the economy is bad, the currency will be bad. So they should at least try in the economic aspect to help us, so that now we are fighting for Obi, right? So this is the first thing I'm telling Obi.
The expectation.
This is my first expectation from him. The economic should be fixed first.
Oh well, let's listen to that rally. How it's that nice song they gave us. They during the rally there was a song I watched. I was like, what? I would like to listen to that song. So because you are sending me an errand now that I should tell Peter Obi
Yes.
that these are our conditions, so because we are coming out to vote for you, turning out massively. Okay, still number one you said unemployment.
Yes.
Number two you said
insecurity.
Number three you said
poverty is very very bad in the country.
And now currency.
Yes.
Okay, now let's listen. And this is back one day. Let's go for a short break and I'll be right back.
Youths in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, have taken to the streets for the 1 million man march for the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, and his running mate, Dati Baba Ahmed. The teeming youth in their numbers can be seen in some videos that have since been making rounds on the social media platform, Twitter.
For good government, for steady power.
Welcome back to Flip TV. It's back one day with you once again. This is Victor and this is Mercy. Yeah, we're talking about what are the expectations of the youth from Peter Obi, as the youth are saying that Peter Obi should be the one to be our next president, the COP 2023 elections. So, still on the topic. All right. So my point here is that the youth are striving so hard on a daily basis nowadays with the aim at reaching the end of the limits to the harms the government as a whole has caused us. Okay, let's take it to the insecurity aspect of it. So, what do you think Peter Obi, if eventually, as you youth are saying that he should be our next president, so if eventually become our president, what is your message? What do you want to tell him now? Why? As in, what should he do concerning the insecurity of Nigeria? Look at the bandits, Fulani, a lot of them like that. So, what do you want to say?
I think an idle man is a devil workshop. So I think the Fulani needs something to fill their ends with. If they have something to fill their ends with, definitely they won't have that time to do this work. And it should provide security. You know, when traveling sometimes you don't even see one security on the road, and the few ones you see, even the policemen, they are just there to collect money, so they are not checking properly to see if you kidnap someone. Even if you're going out in the night, they don't care, just give them money, they are cool. So I think you should give them more training, then provide more armed forces on the way.
For me, concerning the insecurity, I believe the next president coming in should be like, we should take the white people for instance. Every department, every crime has its own department. So if you are for those, normally the police are not meant to be on the road. That's not their job. Their own is just to save life and property. But now in Nigeria, I see police as doing work for the FRSC, that's the Federal Road Service. So every checkpoint, there should not be police anymore. They should, if possible, let them have the military people at every checkpoint. Because police now, everybody has this thing that once you see police on the way, Alpha, just give them money, more come out. That is just the mindset. So, and now even the police people are not taking that to be like, okay, that is our job now. Once any vehicle that passes must drop money, any vehicle that passes must drop. There's no way you must not drop. So now for me, there should be no more police at checkpoint. There should be military personnel at each checkpoint, just like President Governor Wike in Rivers. Every checkpoint there you won't see police. It's now army every checkpoint. So for me, I believe they should just use the military, because military has force in anything they do.
They have discipline.
So if you use the police now everybody, they don't respect the uniform, that police uniform anymore. If it's what then when you see a policeman with his uniform, you respect. But now a common civilian can just see a policeman and start talking anyhow to him. But when you, even an army man, when you see just his cap, you give him his respect, just the cap. But now when you see a policeman on full uniform, they take them like normal civilians. So for me, during the insecurity, every checkpoint should have a military personnel, not a policeman.
Okay, so what will you say that, like, for example, in the area of insecurity, as you said, they say they should have each one should have policemen, and so, but last man is sometimes people are saying like the last man, they are not doing their job, or this. So generally, doesn't mean the problem comes from the policeman, or
No, I don't think so. The problem also comes from us. Most times we're not coordinated enough to do some certain things. You know, there's this pedestrian bridge they did in Lagos. Like, you don't see people crossing the bridge. They cross through the road, and they don't comport themselves. So the change doesn't start from the forces, it also starts from us. We coordinate ourselves, so they coordinate themselves also.
okay, all right. So generally, before we go, I want you to take a look at this situation of this our governor, that the daughter, this what's his name, having this kidney, Ekweremadu. So Ekweremadu situation is getting worse every now and then. So what would you say, like, for God forbid, if the daughter happens to be one of the family, okay, and this situation, like the lady is even a journalist, I mean, it's even communication, so she graduated, but eventually, unfortunately, she has this problem and requesting for everybody's support to donate a kidney for her. So if you, as as an activist, Sorosoke youth go, what do you call it?
Sorosoke youth.
Sorosoke youth. All right. So will you be interested, or if you have the capacity, if you have such strong kidney, will you be interested to support Ekweremadu's daughter in this situation she found herself?
Should I be honest, or should I say?
Be honest. Please be
No,
natural.
I don't think I will.
Okay.
I don't think I will.
For me, I believe there's always a saying that say there's this prayer we usually pray in church that the sins of our fathers should not affect us. Now I believe the sins of Ekweremadu, that is what the people are using to judge the daughter.
Exactly.
Because if assuming Ekweremadu was a nice man, because for me, I'm saying my own no, Ekweremadu is not a good man. So if he was a good man, there's no way out of 200 and something million people in a country, you won't see one person that will say, okay, let's give this girl. So for me, I think it's the sense of the father that is affecting her,
You know,
not just the girl.
he's right, because if it were what's it called, Kanu, that comes out now with this kind of problem, I'm sure would have seen 30 to 50 people that are ready
To donate.
to donate his kidney. So the sins of the father
It's
is
really
now
affecting.
visiting the daughter.
Okay, well, back to the point. Expectation of the youth in general. You said that insecurity,
Yeah.
unemployment,
Poverty.
education, and poverty.
Bad roads.
So, if all these are done in Nigeria, doesn't mean Nigeria will be okay. Still, I mean, let's come to reality because we are rounding up in a few seconds. Do you think Nigeria will be okay if Peter Obi eventually become our next president and he provided employment, he tried his best, definitely you cannot do all, and the road, as you said, as insecurity, okay. So, do you think there will be a change in Nigeria?
Yes, there will be a change, but at the same time, every change starts with us.
Exactly.
Every change starts with us. If we are ready to comport ourselves, do certain things, then definitely the change that is trying to apply, definitely there will be a change in Nigeria. But every change starts with us.
I go with her. Yes, they say charity begins at home. So before Peter Obi can even start with this change, we should change. We should be the change. We should be the first change before Peter Obi starts his change. So whereby we, the youth, that we are shouting, yes, we need Peter Obi. Because there's this thing I usually see in election. We might be the one saying we need this person. We will still be the same person going to vote for the other. So if we are with the massive turn up in rallies and whatever we are doing for Peter Obi, we still use this same one mind to go for the election. And after Obi becoming the president, we still use this same mind in doing things in the country. Then we won't have issues in this country anymore.
You know, in addition to what he said, You know, even though we are the youth saying we need this particular person, do you know we are still the youth that they use to rig the election?
That's it.
Heaven help those. The Bible said, heaven help those who help themselves. At the same time, if we're trying to help ourselves, there are still certain people that are still going to go back and say, oh, more. This person won't offer me 100,000. I'm not going to die. So we the youth are still the problem. So the change starts from us.
Okay. Oh well. With all of the points so far we have mentioned, we said need to attain qualitative education, that is employment. We talked about the striving of the youths to make a change, like putting an end to the harms from the bandits, Fulani herdsmen, and so on. And you made mention of the government has to provide job opportunities. I think that's unemployment, that security aspect of it. Yes, that is for the bandits, to put an end to bandits, and as well to end poverty. Okay, and economic aspect of it. Then the currency. Okay, so these 4 points are what the youth are expecting for 2023 presidential election.
Yes.
Are these all?
Will I say yes? Because yes, it should be. It should be.
It's a starter.
It's a start, because
this is what we need first.
Okay, well, for everyone watching us at home, we have come to the end of this talk today. We have talked so much about our youth expectations for 2023 presidential election. Majority of our youth, 80% of our youth out there are requesting that Nigeria government should permit Peter Obi, the Labour Party aspirant, to be our next president. Well, youth are trying so hard, striving to make sure Peter Obi become our next president. And let's stay tuned to see what's happened next to Nigeria, and with the fact that the presidential election is starting. And well, let's see what goes on in 2023 election, if Peter Obi will be the next president of Nigeria, or Abubakar Atiku, or Jagaban Tinubu. Let's see what happened, and let's stay tuned on this talk youth talk about on Flip TV. My name once again is Eftiba Akiwande, and I want to say thanks for coming to Flip TV.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Victor. Thank you, Miss Messi. And I want to say thanks to all my viewers and the technicians, Mr. Leko and Mr. Kule, and everyone that has participated for today's talk. Oh well, now we say goodbye. Thanks for watching.